special meeting this evening. If you would, please join me in standing for invocation and pledge. Teresa, would you lead us please in prayer?
Father, we come before you in the name of Jesus, and Lord, we just thank you and praise you for this night, and thank you for the citizens that came out. And Father, we thank you and praise you for the business that is before us. And Father, I just pray that you'll just give us wisdom and guidance and leading and guide and just direct our paths and help us to make the right decisions, Father. Father, we want to just give you all the honor and the glory and the praise for all of your blessings and how good you are to us. And Father, we ask these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Michael, would you lead us, please?
Yes, sir. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Works for me.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Is BJ on the phone?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to note for the record that all council is present with the exception of BJ Fontalbert, the recorder, who is on the telephone. First item on the agenda, ordinances and resolutions. We have a resolution prepared to retain Judge Strickland as the town's municipal judge for this term. I'll read the resolution and then take consideration from council. It's a resolution of council confirming the appointment of municipal judge, court judge Strickland to the position of municipal court judge. Whereas Article 181.02 of the codified ordinances of the town of Marmet requires that the city council to appoint the municipal court judge. And whereas Judge Thomas Strickland has served effectively and honorably in this capacity for several years, and whereas the mayor and the council for the town of Marmet are eager to confirm Judge Strickland's continued employment as the municipal court judge, and whereas council believes it is altogether appropriate to address, make, and confirm this appointment as soon as possible, now therefore be it hereby resolved by council of the town of Marmet, Kanawha County, West Virginia, that this council does hereby confirm and authorize the appointment of Thomas Strickland to the position of municipal court judge for the town of Marmet. Any discussion, council?
Just from the time served and working with him, he's done a good job. He's been pretty solid. Straight shooter. So to me, it's a pretty easy call. That's my thoughts.
Anyone else? Yeah, I'd echo that, and I believe he's very fair to those individuals that are before his court, as well, setting up payment plans that are reasonable and affordable for those individuals. So I would definitely agree with Michael on that. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, I have a motion by Councilperson McGee. Do I have a second?
I second.
Have a second from Councilperson Skeens. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. Okay, this ready for BJ's signature. Next on the agenda is a resolution for the arch at Ben Morris Field. Councilperson Teresa Armentrout.
Yes, I had talked with Scott this week, and we do want to thank the Meadows for their gift of the arch for our town, and of course to place it as an asset and to get it recorded as far as accounting purposes and things. And I had talked with Scott, and I knew Francis was going to speak with Mr. Meadows again, and what he recommended is we make an amendment of what we're wanting the language to be added to the present resolution, and as long as we do our first and our second, then we can vote on it and then go ahead and pass it, and then he will get the document prepared.
Well, Kevin basically just wants something stating that this administration wasn't going to remove it once it was passed, the resolution was passed. He just wants it to stay where it's at. As long as it's structural sound. If something comes along, hits it, or a windstorm or something, that's understandable. But just to take it down because rumors was flying. And
Right.
he's only heard rumors. And so he, you know, that's just, he just wants something in writing.
Is Kevin an engineer?
I'm not sure. I didn't ask him, the engineer.
Well, it looks like he's just a contractor. He's not an engineer, you know, as far as that goes. Well, if, you know, cause I mean, we may have to move it or something for a fence or something, but if you think it was
And that's
satisfying.
understandable.
Yeah,
If
if you
it's-
think it was
yeah.
satisfying that, we just, you know, not promise that we're just gonna tear it down to do away with it.
Yeah, just stay where it's at, and that's what he's just concerned with.
Yeah, so,
He's just.
yeah, so I'm fine to make an amendment with that, so that way we can, cause it has been, you know, in the ground since, Memorial Day weekend, and we need to, you know, let it reflect in our records that we have it. If everyone is fine with that. Any objections or?
That makes sense. That's what we talked about last meeting, and
Yeah.
you know, of course, to pass, you know, of course, and with the intent of having that conversation with him and not moving it just to be difficult, you know, only for the purpose of improving the town, such as with the fence
Yeah,
and things like that. But
Yeah, and we kinda knew that, but I guess we kinda forgot after all the discussion stuff. When it's a resolution like that, you can make an amendment to it, and as long as you get your first and your second, and then, you know, you can vote to pass it with the amendment, we can go forward then.
You'll have a motion to amend the resolution to reflect that?
Make a motion.
Okay. Have a motion from Ms. Bass. Do I have a second?
So, go, Francis.
Second from Ms. Frances Armentrout. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. So will Scott amend that formally so we can sign?
Yes,
Okay.
In fact, he was supposed to, of course, he's not
Yeah.
here yet, but he was supposed to have one with him tonight, but I'll make sure
Okay.
that he gets that done.
Yeah, he is on his way. He was caught in a traffic, you know, a wreck or behind a wreck. So
Yeah.
he should still be here, but.
Nothing new for Huntington.
Okay, that's true.
Oh, he drives that far?
Next on the agenda, new business category, we have Personnel Committee recommendation for hiring 2 part-time street department employees.
Okay, I need to excuse myself for this one.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Councilperson Skeens?
Me and Councilperson McGee and BJ met and went over what applications we had. No, Jason was with us too. I'm sorry, I forgot Jason. And we went over what applications we had, and we all talked about them. And the 2 that we come up with was a David Fleck and Stephen Knight. We understand that, you know, they're gonna be on a probationary period. This is gonna be part-time, right? Okay. So that's what we come up with. I guess you or Jason or somebody can get a hold of, I don't know what the process is about that,
Okay.
but
Immediately.
you have to,
Immediately, yeah.
you have to talk to them, I guess.
Well,
Well-
if council decides to accept the recommendation, sure, then, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, I mean, we haven't talked to any of them.
No,
So,
I've seen a couple of times, they ask for one, I say it,
right,
keeps it back.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there's those starting right. I'm looking at the town this way.
Right.
They need to be background checks.
Okay.
They need to drug test,
okay,
and they need to have it, need to verify those.
Okay.
okay.
I agree. with
Okay.
that.
Yeah,
I agree.
I'd agree with that as well. Has anybody interviewed these 2 candidates yet?
What if they don't drive?
What, yeah, what if,
Oh, that's good.
well, I mean, you know, we're hiring them to cut grass and stuff, we're not really hiring them to drive.
Do you need truck
What-
drivers? I mean,
Well, that's why we brought you in and asked if you want workers or you want people with CDLs to drive.
Well, workers,
The way he was talking, I just wanna know what they're not driving. He was
yeah, cause you said you wanted workers instead of, you know, right. Right,
Well, why don't we do that? Why don't you invite them in and have the personnel committee interview them?
You do it.
I mean, that's not a, you know, it's not a meeting to post, it's a private, you know, interview.
Okay,
And then within that time span, we can do a background check, and you can even check references too, if you want to, and you know, just to get a full picture.
Right, and even though there will be workers and, you know, not necessarily have CDLs, but they might need to drive a regular truck or a town vehicle or something from time, we wanna make sure
Yeah.
their license are still clean, just in case, you know, you never know when there's an emergency or a need, I mean, you just never know.
That's true. Yeah.
I know one of them's good, and the other one don't have a license. He's not private. And the one's actually in the process of getting CDL.
Okay.
Okay.
That was one reason why.
Are they both residents here of town?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
I do it now, I don't do it here, but I go to the cash place, and I'll stop for a week.
Yeah.
That must be the one trying for CDL. What is it? The one trying for CDL?
I don't know.
You know, that's, you're watching out here at midday, not down at 93.
Probably.
But yeah, good to.
Okay.
Whenever you tell us to do that, Mayor.
Well, Scott. Scott.
Oh, we made an amendment to, that resolution for the arch.
Okay.
Yeah, cause,
Better late than never.
okay,
Glad to be here.
yeah, it was basically what we had discussed.
You just wanted to-
Yes.
Just to keep you in the loop.
I had Wheaties.
You wanna bring him in and us to bring him in, talk
Yep.
to him, and everything?
We could,
Okay.
I mean, we could approve based upon the committee's decision and checking all the boxes, you know, clear record and
Okay.
checking all the boxes that are necessary to hire.
Okay.
Chief, how long would it take to come back with a background check? Have any idea?
So that would take.
Applications is all I have.
It's a social security number and a date of birth.
Okay.
It's amazing how much you can just pull up on Google.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not allowed to put the date of birth on here.
Discrimination.
I got social. Yes, I got the social security number.
I can do it, but the date of birth.
Okay, do you wanna take these? Can I give him these?
If you want.
I don't know.
That's it. No, not enough.
I don't
enough of
think-
that.
Judgments against them.
Yeah, probably the length of judgments. Yeah.
Judgments are
Can I
Correct.
give him
Yeah,
these?
financial.
Can I give him these?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I didn't,
Yeah, that's fine.
okay, okay,
But,
okay.
yeah. And then, you know, post-interview with Jason and the committee, if council chooses, we could rely upon them to, you know, to actually affect the hire.
Sure.
If, you know, it'd
Sure,
be fine with,
absolutely.
fine with me, but, you know, it's up to council.
Never thought about it.
Trust our
Yeah,
committee.
kind of fair.
Cause I just hate to delay, you know, because the department really needs help.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't wanna delay either,
I
but,
mean, I'm just saying.
But we need to make sure they're
That's what it is.
qualified and,
yeah.
and,
Is what
Yeah,
it is.
and you really don't
They can't-
ever
they
wanna
can't.
hire anybody without an interview, cause
no.
there's a lot of things, people can look great on paper and then they're in front of you
Yeah,
and you're like,
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah,
but I never thought about a background check.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think about the background check. Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's,
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
even if they
I
don't
agree.
drive a truck and stuff, there's still gonna be
I agree.
equipment and things that'll be operating.
I agree.
Background check and drug test, all of those factors, you know, if they're positive, and,
Yeah.
interview and references if you choose to, you know, it's up to you, but,
Yeah,
that would be, I think, sufficient. Any, what's council, what do you think about that? I mean,
Bring him in to interview him? Yeah. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Whenever, I got Saturday free. I don't have anything else
Let's build.
free this week.
Yeah, and if they want a position bad enough, they'll make it work.
Well, I understand that, but I'm just saying, the only day I have free to do it is Saturday.
Well, we had a finance meeting on Saturday.
Did ya?
Well, yeah.
Well, then, but this being Wednesday, well, no, it's not gonna be open anyway, so we don't have to post it.
No.
No.
Okay, okay.
No.
All right.
okay.
You free on Saturday?
You tell me where it is, I'll be there.
Well,
Lone Star.
I'll show up. You make the date, I'll show up.
so do we have a motion then to, allow the committee with Jason's assistance to hire the two individuals if they pass the background check, drug testing, and, are clear on driving and all, applicable records?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Do I have a
good with
motion?
it if everybody else is, yeah.
How about you?
I'm good with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll make a motion for
One of
that.
the guys
Okay.
has done work for me, and he's a pretty good worker.
Okay.
I mean, I have no complaints with him.
Okay, so Teresa made a motion to that effect. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay.
Thank you.
I have a motion and a second. And that again is to allow the committee, to finalize the hiring of the two individuals, accepting that they have, a clean background check, clean drug test, and meet the, applicable insurance, standards that Ruth's gonna check. Okay, and of course, that they are acceptable after you interview them. I mean, you
Yeah.
can change them out.
Sure.
But anyway, that empowers the committee, and like I say, I have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Motion passes.
You better make note that Becca wasn't here,
Oh, yeah.
just in
Yeah.
case.
And
Yeah.
that is with Councilperson Bass abstaining.
Right.
Yeah.
I just thought of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want that reflected in the minutes.
Yes, absolutely.
Got it.
Goes
Okay.
back to that liars contest.
Be nice.
Okay, good deal. Hopefully we'll get you some help shortly, Jason. Next on the agenda is establishing a Fund 040 for the American Rescue Plan funds. Ruth and I spoke with an auditor from the state, and they suggested, or not suggested, they said it was required that we not only have a separate bank account or investment account like the BTI, the treasurer's office, for the funds, but also a completely separate fund number, such as the general funds, Fund 1, coal severance is Fund 2. We need a fund number for the bank account. So I'm suggesting Fund 40, which is available for the town, and if the motion's passed, we'll set that up to account for those funds in a completely independent manner. And just for council's information, we have received the funds. It was 301,000 and change, something, yeah. So the funds are available, and I'll move those immediately. Setting the fund up, I'm going to attempt that, but typically I rely upon Mountaineer Computer to do that. I hate to spend, $150 an hour, have them do it, but it's more or less a programming function within our accounting system, and I kind of hate to do that, even though I think I know what to do. But I'll try to save us some money, but regardless, I do need
And this,
a motion. I'm
oh,
sorry,
okay,
go
and
ahead.
this Fund 40 is still part of the general fund, right?
No, it's not
Oh,
part.
okay.
Yeah, and
It's
that,
to pull it out the general fund.
correct, yeah.
Okay.
it pulls it out of the general fund and keeps it completely independent of any other monies.
Okay, and is that money like coming in parts, cause didn't you say like it was 301,000? Oh, so it's like another payment coming later, or?
2 fiscal years.
Yeah.
Oh,
next-
two
next year,
fiscal,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay, I understand now.
Correct.
Now it makes sense, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha, okay. Okay, that makes sense now, so that helped the light bulb become on, cause,
Yeah,
okay,
exactly. Yeah, so good news, and like I said, we've received the funds, so we need to act upon that, but, it's just and need to be as transparent as possible, so that's what, wanted to bring this.
Absolutely. Okay.
Any other discussion on creating the new fund? And that will be reflected on your financial statements as well independently, so.
Gotcha.
Do I have a motion to accept the
I'll make
creation?
a motion.
Okay, I have a motion from Councilperson McGee, a second.
I'll make a second.
I have a second from Councilperson Armentrout. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Okay. Thank you. Next is a discussion for purchase of a Packard truck. I've been able to obtain three bids for a Packard truck for the street department, and I think I noted before, the difficulty that I've had is that for a particular brand, Peterbilt, Freightliner, et cetera, Kenworth, generally you'll have someone responsible for that make within a region. So no one really is permitted to sell from outside that region. So it's very difficult to get apples to apples for a particular vehicle. So what I've done is put together three bids for a 20-yard truck from three different makes. The three that I mentioned, Freightliner, Peterbilt, and Kenworth. And I asked Jason to take a look to make sure they were comparable, and we agree they are fairly. There are some bells and whistles, possibly on a couple that are outstanding, but to take care of the basic function, we feel that the three are within the same scope that we're searching for. So I have the three. I am hopefully going to receive a fourth, but it's up to council if they'd like to act upon the three or wait on the fourth, which may provide us possibly a better opportunity for service on the vehicle and maintenance, would be my guess. There's no guarantee that it would be preferable to any of the other three, but if council wishes to wait, I'd be glad to put this off until a future period. But of course, everyone is aware that we're spending quite a bit of money, on hydraulic fluid and yeah, exactly. And
How
I
long
just-
are you looking at from getting this fourth bid? Is it like a matter of a day or two?
Well,
or is it?
it was hopeful to be here by 7 p.m. this evening, but it's not. It was to be emailed to me, but I have not received it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So we can delay or
Yeah, it would be.
or proceed, but
Well, Jason, what would be your call on that? Because you and your men are the one working with that vehicle.
To be honest with you, money, I think we ought to give it a day or so. I hate to jump the gun and it is. Now, we'll see, for the same truck too, that's what I'm concerned about. A lot of them trucks got bells and whistles, don't. We're trying to go with need and we ought to add it. We just don't need a lot of. If you give us a bid that's under what we've already got, I'd rather pull the reins back. Like, I mean, as much as I really want one, as much as the guys need one, give him a day or so and see what comes out of it.
okay.
I mean, I know it's probably next month before we get back into that again.
Yeah.
And well, of course, that will be your call, but if it gets to the point, it gets something urgent, if we have it, I mean, you can definitely call a special again.
What
but-
do you think, Mayor? I mean,
I think we'd have to, because we're losing money every day.
Yeah,
So, and the safety aspect too. So,
right.
yeah, as soon as we receive that bid, I think we need to get together again. I mean, I hate to call so many, but like I say, it does serve not only a financial purpose, but a safety purpose, and so.
Yeah.
I think that's probably prudent in my opinion, but it's up to council. I do have the three, but I have a feeling that this one might be preferable.
Well, if that's the case, you know, we can always call another special.
Yeah.
That's what we were elected for.
True, I do hate the delay, but, you know, like I say, also we have to look at the pocketbook and, you know, save money where we can.
Right. And he actually messaged me while ago and said he was working on one.
Okay.
That was before me and you.
Okay.
So, I mean, to me, that was telling me that he was trying to figure out.
Oh, yes.
Because I guess you had spoke with him.
I did. Well, we can move on with the agenda, and if by chance he gets back to me, I mean, you know, but,
We can come back and visit
Yeah.
if he sends it to you tonight.
Yep.
Okay,
okay.
I'm good with that.
Sounds good. We'll just, proceed and come back to this possibly. Next on the agenda is brush cutting at, Bill Wells Park. I know that, Jason's working on obtaining some quotes, and he's spoken with one individual so far, and waiting a return call from another.
Two more.
Right, two more scheduled.
We could possibly get by Friday.
Okay. So hopefully we'll have that ready for our regular meeting, if that's okay with everybody.
Sure.
Okay. Next are sinkholes on 98th Street.
Yeah. Jason, did you get that final bid about pipe? Okay.
The pipe prices are outrageous,
Okay.
no matter what we're doing, and that's another one, I hate to jump the gun, this is what we got. We end up paying $200-300 a section, that's my.
Yeah, and that was the main reason why I went ahead and just, since we was having the meeting anyway, just in case it came in, that way we can act upon it. So at this point, we will just forward it on to the next meeting in hopes that, you know, that final last bid comes in. But it is the intention of this governing body to get those fixed as ASAP because they're getting bigger and they've been a danger up in that section of 98th Street for far too long. So, but yeah, I appreciate that. And as soon as we get the proper bids, we'll take care of this. So I will have it on the next meeting.
Sounds good. Next item on the agenda is the Marmot Night Out. Councilperson McGee?
We are less than 1 week from the night out event over across the street. Really just put this on here since we are this close to really update everybody where we're at. I know, Teresa, you sent out an email today about who you've spoken with.
Yeah.
So if you want to update on that.
As far as the managed care plans with West Virginia Medicaid, the health plan and Unicare are coming. And then, of course, they also do Medicare plans as well. So I'm sure they will be happy to assist citizens with that. And of course, they'll have giveaways and stuff. And I did reach out to Aetna Better Health, and they were already booked for another event on the same night. But since this event is set for the first Tuesday of every August, they're already booked to come to ours for next year. So I'm already fixing us up for that. So, and of course, I've went ahead and decided to volunteer, and I'll be doing some face painting. So, you know, just because, you know, kids always enjoy that. I'm not Picasso, but as long as they can recognize what it is, it's all good. So, and parents as teachers came back. Unfortunately, they wasn't able to work it out, but they would like us to reach out to them again next year and see if they can possibly work it out. And that's a real good organization, and I'm still waiting to hear from Kanoa Communities That Care. So, Mike, did you hear anything from Cabin Creek Health Systems or?
I did.
Okay,
1 second.
alrighty.
Okay. I actually talked to them today. I just kind of reviewing the conversation. Just to confirm they'll be here, they will be here, and their anticipation is to have COVID vaccine shots on site. If anybody's interested in that, they're supposed to be bringing also their mobile center to show off. I know what we'll have: pizza, we'll have soda, cotton candy, Kona Ice will be there. Ruth asked me yesterday just the small details, like do we want paper plates, napkins, things like that on site in case anybody wants that.
Probably need to.
Yeah.
Now, as far as the health plan and Unicare, they are bringing their own tables. but they might need some help,
Okay.
as far as that goes. I honestly could use a table and 2 chairs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay. Chief, you got any other details? Any other conversations you've had?
I did confirm again, we will have enough pizza and drinks for 200 people. Down to see Ms. Montgomery, she wasn't in there. Just make sure there's enough food for everybody. I have confirmation from North County Sheriff's, a new addition to the bomb squad unit. North County Emergency Management, AC-1, that's confirmed. North County Emergency Ambulance Department, the robot they use, that's confirmed. West Virginia DNR, this is new, Smokey the Bear will be here.
Oh.
Mountaineer Canine demo, they've confirmed. Clark, Boone County Rescue Coalition will be here. Frontline Recovery, they called somehow, they heard about it. Program that's on. They would like to table up. New addition this year, U.S. Marshal Service confirmed, West Virginia State Police confirmed. Pratt Montgomery, East Bank, haven't got at this point, we're looking bigger and better. If we need help, this is a group. Frontline recovery. Bunch of folks there. Trash, but they have 15-passenger vans. They've offered to come down here with 15 people.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was talking about.
And that guy, frontline recovery, business.
He is actually a friend of mine, and I contacted him. Yes. Was it Mark? Yep. I contacted him last week, and he offered to bring some people down. Sorry, Jason, I haven't had time to get to you yet. I was making my way to you. Yes, he actually asked me if I thought that the town would let him bring some volunteers to help out that night, and then if we needed any other kind of help, that we can pass them along through the town.
Good.
I will get it to you after the meeting.
Thanks for your work on that, Chief. It sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Also, the Finance Committee met regarding that, and we'd like to propose a budget of $1,000 for the night out. We looked at expenses from last time, and with some anticipated additions, and we feel that 1,000 should cover it.
Okay.
BJ she said, ask if she can post the flyer on Facebook for the night out and purchasing cotton candy sticks and the sugar stuff.
Yeah. That's promotion. Yeah. Yeah, that's promotion.
Yes. Hey, BJ, did you hear
Well,
that?
we hadn't finalized anything, yes, what, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, after tonight, we really need to get on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
Yes, they want you to post this flyer everywhere possible.
Okay, I'm gonna have the
Put it on TikTok.
principal, I'm gonna have the principal also, post it on, the school Facebook page. I can maybe see if she can do a call out to, all the parents. Sometimes they can do that, but, the Facebook page, they're really responsible in that. And if somebody can, like Barry or, make Barry do it. Go get me the cotton candy stuff, pretty please.
She said pretty
Not
please,
Barry, I said, go do it.
Where do you have to go to Boone County?
What?
He said, where do you have to go to get the cotton candy stuff?
I think you can get a Buzz Foods or, I don't know, there's some party store down in Canal City, but I think Buzz
No, they're
Foods
not.
has it.
The party
No, the
store's
party
gone.
store's
It's gone.
gone, but
But
we'll
you can
try
get it from
Buzz Foods.
Buzz.
Buzz.
I'll look it up right now.
Ruth said to get your hind end back to West Virginia.
And
so
then you
do
can
it.
find out.
And you'd
You'd
know
know.
what's going on, that's right.
Second, Barry can do this for me, he loves me.
Huh?
Barry, she said Buzz Foods might be able to help you out. Buzz Foods across the river might be able to help you out with that. He said, okay.
Mm.
Okay.
How much stuff does he need?
I would say, the things that you, wrap it on. They come
sticks?
in big
Cones.
containers, so they can last forever. And the, sugar stuff, two, maybe three things.
Okay, email all of that to Ruth.
Okay, I will.
Okay.
Just let me add something that
Okay.
I deal with Buzz also, but Buzz here in the last 6-8 weeks is not carrying extra things. They're only carrying what their customers are asking for. So if you run into a problem, you can't get it, let me know, and I can probably get it out of Buchanan.
I was gonna say,
Because I could
Sam's
track
may
it on
have it
Thursday.
too.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But,
Sam's may have some
Yeah,
stuff.
Sam's is another place that's starting to really cut back. I can't get a lot of my things I've gotten there for years. So, but if you do have a problem, I could probably go to order from there and get it for you. And I get a truck every Thursday.
Okay.
Okay. Sounds good. Do we have a motion on the $1,000 budget to accept?
Make a
I make-
motion. Good.
I make a motion.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second it. You're
And
fine.
a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. So,
I'd say it is one thing probably did Ruth mentioned is get a list of tables.
Yeah.
Who wants a table? And when they come in over there, probably have some sort of a nameplate set up where this
Yeah.
is where you're at.
Yeah.
So there's no confusion and,
Right.
you know. Sure.
Yeah, don't have it.
Yeah, and I
cluster.
believe even the women's club mentioned about a table.
Yes, they are gonna bring their table, but they'll just need help setting up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
kind of like with the health plan and Unicare.
Okay.
Hey, Chief, did you talk to Metro? Have you spoke with Metro?
Yes, I'm sorry, if I didn't put them on there, I mentioned the Metro 911 is also,
Okay.
and they're bringing the simulator that,
Cool.
Okay.
Cool. That is cool. Very cool.
Very good.
Very cool.
okay, sounds great.
I also need to get with whoever.
Okay. Yeah, I'll send you mine too, so you don't have to have it memorized.
Have we decided on getting school supplies for the kids to hand out, or are we gonna do anything like that?
I don't think we're gonna do it there, are we?
They talked
It's-
about it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not gonna have time if we do it any other time. They start on the 9th.
Well, I know when you had the rec committee meeting, I know BJ had mentioned the conversation she had with the principal, and there was like Post-its and markers
Yeah.
and pens and things like that. I know they had the backpack giveaway there, what, a couple weekends ago or last weekend. So, hey, BJ? Did she answer me? Okay.
Yes, she
Yeah.
said what?
Hey, if you can remind me and everybody here, what was the list that the principal mentioned for the students over there as far as materials go?
What they needed, is that what he said?
Yes, ma'am.
Highlighters, the thin ones, let's see, of course, pencils, crayons, they can always use that. Dry erase markers, Post-it notes. There's a new reading program and they're gonna need all of that, strangely enough, elementary school, but anyway, of course, crayons and stuff like that. But, I'll email it to everybody here in just a little bit. I can't remember right offhand, but I have it saved in my, stuff.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, what day does school start back?
The ninth.
The 9th. This is the 28th. So we need to figure out what we want to do, if and cost wise, and how much we want to get. Because I believe she gave a number of students. It was a range of.
About 100, didn't
I
she
think she
say?
said 100.
100.
Yeah, there's like
110.
110 or 112, something like that.
Yeah, I think she's. Yeah. So
So if we could get for maybe 115, 120,
yeah, because I think the range she mentioned was like 100 to 125,
I thought. that's
somewhere in
what
that
she
ballpark.
said.
So, and I know we get what $1,000. I don't want to get into a situation where we have too little instead of too much.
Right.
You know, so we need to nail that down. And of course, I know what rec committee meets Friday,
Yes.
so
Mhm.
we can, try to nail that down then. What we want to focus on, if we want to try to tackle everything or a couple of things or whatever they need. So,
I'd like to, whatever we're gonna get, I would like to get that and give it to that at the school, and then the school can pass it out.
Instead of all kids there.
Right.
Because I know a lot of,
Sure.
I
some
mean, I'm not
kids,
trying to be mean to
some
any
parents,
kid.
some parents have asked me about from different towns, from different counties,
Yeah.
it's gonna be there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
And,
that,
I mean, I'm not trying to down any kid or leave any kid out or nothing like that, but
Yeah.
I think we need to take care of our kids here first,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Well,
That-
no,
that's
no,
true,
they
too.
won't.
It'll
You're
be all
right.
over the field.
You're
yeah,
absolutely
you're
right.
absolutely right, and we do have people, come from other towns, other counties.
I'm not trying to be.
So
So
yeah,
maybe-
we would almost be better off just to do a separate donation to the school.
We could make like a basket of all the stuff or something.
Yeah.
Something nice and just pass it over
Maybe.
to them.
Give it to the school
Yeah.
directly, yeah,
But
I like
think
that
that's what we
idea
need to do.
better. Yeah. And if we need to, we can even get a separate budget for that.
Well, and if nothing else, we can make up, maybe we can all get together or something and make up like a little package.
Yeah, that's what I was just
You know
thinking,
what
like
I'm
a
saying?
basket or
And
something.
So, and they can give them out at school to them, I mean, whatever everybody wants to do.
Yeah.
I'd just rather take care of our kids first.
Right,
Sorry.
but yeah,
feel
but,
that way.
but Ruth is right, if some of the kids come without parents, that stuff will
Yeah,
never
we'll never
make it home.
That's
It'll be
right.
laying all over the field.
That's right.
Right,
You're right.
Okay. Well, it looks like we'll have a special meeting fairly soon on the truck, so we can approve the budget. So if we can get the costs, together for what we want to select, and we can approve that budget, since it's not on the agenda,
Quickly.
and still plenty of time, because
right,
I think the truck will be within a couple of days that we'll need to,
yeah,
Yeah.
anyway, so.
so, yeah.
So maybe early next week, that'll still be before school starts, and we can, okay,
That will work.
that'll work. And yeah, it'll definitely, well, I would say it has to be separate from the 1,000, because I just don't think it would cover it.
I don't think so
No,
either, because when we had discussed it, we really didn't
Nah.
factor that in.
Yeah, well, we talked about it, but, it's just, and I think you and I talked about the same thing, really, it would be maybe double the amount of kids that actually attended the school. And, we just can't afford to do that, unfortunately.
Yeah, because like I said, and of course, everybody's welcome, but we have a lot of people that attend our events that's from outside of
Oh,
this
yeah,
area.
absolutely,
And of course, we do want them to come.
sure. So, yeah, that should work, so,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, any other discussion on the night out itself?
Chief, have anything else?
Yes.
Oh, BJ has
Also
something.
need to look at, I was looking up on the internet, trying to look at like where, call the places where, got the rental for the, blow up thingies and, that kind of stuff.
Barry,
the
she
night
said, for the night out, BJ, or for the,
For the cotton candy.
oh, for the cotton candy stuff. She said check with Quantum and stuff.
They might have that.
They
yeah.
might have it.
That's true.
No, just the
no.
cotton candy stuff.
Okay.
But they might have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just BJ, it'd be a good idea, just go ahead and include that on the email too.
What you think?
Sounds like a plan, girl.
They might.
Yeah.
He might even
That's a
have
good
it.
idea.
Right. Good idea, Willard.
Okay. Sounds good. Next is fitness class at the rec center. Councilperson McGee?
This has been kind of a want from people for the last few years now, something at the rec center fitness wise. The woman that ran the COVID vaccine clinic, who works at the Cabin Creek Health, she's also a certified fitness instructor. And she had mentioned to me about having some interest in doing a class down here at the rec center. And she does a weekly one up in Montgomery. And got to talking the other day again and brought it up again. And I know I talked to the mayor and I talked to a few of you about it. I talked to Barry about scheduling wise. And she is definitely interested in starting one in September. She's just moved. So she's getting settled in, and she would like to come to the rec center and do a fitness class every Tuesday at 6 o'clock, if that was possible. And what she specializes in, I'm going to tell everybody, it'd be a 1-hour class. It'd be basic kickboxing, dance, resistance training, core work, and yoga, if you're interested in any of that stuff. So, and I know when it comes to the building, we can't, of course, give it to her for free. So I asked her, how they do it in Montgomery, and I talked to Ruth about, how Zumba did it before and everything. And if she would charge $5 per person, then the town would take $1 off that. I mentioned that to the mayor, and I asked her herself, and of course she was fine with that. So, that would be the deal. I think it was September 14th, if everybody's okay with it. I don't know if that requires a vote to get that going or what everybody thinks. I know it's something good for the community, something different down there, a little bit of fitness, if you like working out, things like that. So,
Very good.
yeah, so what everybody thinks, so, yeah, so.
Yeah, that sounds good. 20% to the town, that seems reasonable. to
That'll work?
me.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, sounds good. Next, we have a discussion regarding the purchase of an ice maker for the rec building. I asked BJ to add this. I'd neglected to put it on the original agenda, but we received sealed bids, 3 sealed bids on ice makers. And in our finance committee meeting, we opened those bids and examined them. And we do have a recommendation, but I'll pass these down so that you can take a look. Basically, we had responses from C&T Design and Equipment, from Modern Equipment Company, and Hooten Equipment Company, all 3 of them. So I'll pass these down and we can discuss. But the reason for requesting bids on a new machine, we had found out, and Barry would be glad to explain it too, but the old machine was not repairable due to the age of the machine, and the parts were just simply not available anymore. And we actually called and asked if they could be something could be substituted or fabricated, and they said it would be a useless endeavor to even do that. So the machine, the gentleman said that expected life of those were 10 years, and we'd had it for 17 years, Barry, I think. 32 years, okay.
Wow.
Wow, okay. Huh. Since then. Yeah.
It's still an 08, that's still a long time,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's, so we've gotten our money's worth out of that machine, I think, but, but it's just not repairable, and we do need it, I mean, especially now with the, temperatures in the street department and, sanitation.
How much was it?
Those guys need, refreshments, and, I think Tony can attest to the need for liquid refreshment, or at least, and actually Ruth ordered some, what were those, just scarves, or? Yeah, some cooling towels.
Yeah, let me review that one, so I got it wrong.
Well, we didn't look at the second one.
No, we didn't.
That's a good idea.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
That would
because-
be a good idea, yeah.
Yeah, we don't want anyone having a heat stroke and, you know, even a severe sunburn for sure. So, yeah. Any of us that are missing a little hair, that tends to happen. But yeah, appreciate, you know, looking into that. And that's very minimal. I think we had a set of 8 for
Now, this is
$14
two-
or 6 set of. Oh, okay.
Ice breaker, ice maker.
But that's well worth it, and I've used it mowing the grass. I mean, you put something cool around your neck, and you'd be amazed. I mean, it feels great. And
Well,
keeps
Debbie
you
and I
cool.
actually went out and got some rags and stuff the last time it was real hot like
Oh,
this
okay.
and filled him up a cooler, but
you go. This is a big
you know,
one. This
Tony doesn't tend to listen very well, so.
Yeah, we ain't doing that.
is 2,000.
But anyway, we definitely
Just
need the
like
ice
someone
machine.
else I know.
Uh,
2,789.
for refreshment purposes too, for our events, and so I think it's a pretty good investment, especially if it lasts as long as the last one.
Yeah,
It's gonna last quite a while.
Easier
uh-huh.
to just take a picture.
Any
Well, the prices are really.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it's the space on the thing, and the one that we picked out, you know, that it was, you know, I mean, it was only like you know, it was a $3,000 savings and only a difference of like 12 pounds.
That's what I was looking at, because one is like 2,000 some, and then you got one was 10 grand.
Yeah.
So
And then, of course, you gotta watch it, that one that is gonna be a recommendation, that is with the flaker and the bin. And then some of them, you'll see on the bids, they've got just the price of the flaker, and then they got the price of the bin separately.
which one is the recommended one?
It'd be the CT.
CT?
Yeah.
Is that 4?
So, cause we kinda looked over those and realized with some of them, they had the flaker and the bin separate,
Okay.
but that one had it together.
4,000.
And there was a $3,000 savings with only a difference of just 12 pounds.
Okay. Makes sense.
There was no way to drain that. So when that was by the guy that kitchen, set up something under that comes that fall out there, drain up that closet. Not really sure exactly. But does that all work with that? Because with that, on a wall where there was no way to get rid of that water.
Excuse me, buddy.
Clumsy.
Does that all work with that?
I'm sure it would. May need a new fitting or two, you know, but
Yeah.
I'm sure it could be modified
Right.
with very minimal expense, you know.
Well, the one with the recommendation was, free delivery, so.
I'm not sure if they
It's the
set it
setup,
up.
yeah, I'm not sure about that, but.
Oh, that's a water filtration system. 46.
Yeah.
4608.
Okay. I'm good with that.
Roofing is 7,000.
That's
Yeah.
good with it.
Yeah.
One's 7, one's 9, one's
Oh, yeah.
4.
Solve. One's 2. Good. That's a recommendation.
Poured out their own pocket.
You looking, Francis?
I did, I
Okay.
did.
Rebecca, I don't know if you've seen them or not. I don't think so.
Yeah, I've already seen them.
Yeah.
This one right here is the one we're going with, or one
Yeah.
recommendation.
It was free delivery. I don't think any of them had anything about installation.
Yeah, it
There's
doesn't
just-
say.
There's so many places that just, wood, trucks, stuff. There's nobody working for 'em, and I say that.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a check, but nobody works.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a check, but nobody works.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about installation.
Yeah, I don't think any of them said anything about installation, but the one with the recommendation, it was free delivery.
I just think those are so simple, really.
Contract.
And
Yeah.
it shouldn't be very difficult.
Has roof.
For State Fire Marshal. This is the contract.
Yeah.
He's done that. She's
Yeah,
also done it. This is
I'm
the
good with it.
contract.
Okay.
Pay and pay.
Okay, so to summarize, on the three bids, we had a bid from C&T Design and Equipment Company. They're in Charleston, and the bid was $4,608.37. And this one actually says installation can be arranged and is available at an additional cost. I'm sure all three are probably like that, but I'll check. The second is Hooten Equipment. Their bid was $7,047.
Pretty steep.
Hold on, it gets better.
And
Hold on.
they don't mention installation, but they do mention a charge for removal of the old unit. Well, they do mention installation, I'm sorry. So, same as C&T, there would be an added charge.
Right.
And the third is Modern Equipment, also in Charleston. And their bid is $9,439.97.
I would hope so.
That ought to be delivering the ice
Yeah,
to you all.
their bid includes a surcharge for, I guess, delivery, but they do not mention installation.
Well, we're not gonna take that one anyway.
So those are the three, and Finance Committee would recommend the C&T Design at $4,608.37. The warranty is 3 years parts and labor, and 5 years on the compressor. So that's pretty good, my opinion. But any oh, it can't hurt to ask. That's for sure.
All
They
they do is
can't
say
do no
no.
more say no.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that is the
Exactly.
question to ask, yeah, for sure.
Yep.
About the warranty. But, like I say, I mean, as far as my recollection of the one I had, you've got an inlet and outlet, it's just not that difficult, but we do have to decide on removal of the old one, what we're gonna do with that, I guess, but,
We're gonna get it
Talk
out.
about getting rid of it.
yeah, or using it.
I know somebody will draw. Charge. Still got a charge in, I don't
Okay,
know, we can get rid of it.
yeah.
Yeah, in the metal bin. In the metal bin for fireworks.
We'll set, put it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And I wasn't real clear, I mean, is the preservation piece, the bin with the ice, is that still functional, or is it just the flaker?
I don't like any of it,
Okay,
because we went down there, I'm not mistaken, we used that on Thursday, Friday. When we come back Sunday. It was
I think so.
dry. I mean, there was nothing.
okay.
It wasn't running. We tried to
I would think so.
I called the number that was on it. There was no way to even reset or anything. Very.
Okay. Well, the reason I ask, I mean, like for our night out event, if the retaining, the cooling part worked, it'd be nice to have the ice, have it right there in our,
They had a, don't think that whole box,
oh,
just think it's like a,
Holding chamber.
yeah, it's just like a Yeti cooler, and it kind of stays cold within that area.
yeah, okay, good enough. Any discussion on council regarding the recommendation?
No.
Okay.
If you guys recommend, I'm good with it.
All right, well, hearing none, do I have a motion to accept the bid from C&T Design for $4,608.37?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, I have a motion from Councilperson McGee. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
A second from Councilperson Skeens. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Okay. Barry, if you talk to them, and let them know they were a successful bidder, ask them about, installation. And, we could, I guess, make a a motion to approve some minimal cost for installation if you choose. And would you, how's council feel about that, rather than if it's $50? I mean, I have no idea. Like I say, it should be a fairly easy.
Yeah.
But, as Karen pointed out.
Always got to have big checks.
Right.
That's right.
If it
Yeah.
don't,
Yeah.
then we can, but if it's got any chance of avoiding anything,
Right.
we need
Right, right.
Yeah.
I think we should just talk to them first and see what they say, and then we'll
Right.
go from there.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'd be glad to do it or whatever, and let you know, Barry. And yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah, I'll be
Yeah.
happy to go with that.
Okay, so make a contingency of 10% of the cost for installation. Oh, I would say.
Probably.
Like I say, it's not
And
rocket
that
science.
may include installation, but they just wasn't very,
Well, it said there
That's
was,
clear as mud.
installation was an additional charge.
oh, did it?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. Okay,
did.
do I have a motion then
I'll
for
make
a
that.
contingency up to 10%?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, I have a motion, Councilperson McGee, a second.
I'll make a second.
Second from Councilperson Teresa Armentrout. All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Okay. Motion passes. 10%,
I wouldn't think it'd be
up to
that.
10% for contingent
Probably
installation.
not, but at least we got it covered.
Yeah, cause you don't want it to void the warranty.
Right.
Okay. I've not, received the fourth quote, so
Okay.
Big difference,
we'll just,
you know?
just, I did not.
Did not.
No. So we'll just,
Send
we'll
that
just
to
address
us.
that later, yeah. In that case, do I have, I would like to add for council's good and welfare, it wasn't on the agenda, but we did discuss the, budget for Labor Day. And we feel that 15,000 would be appropriate for Labor Day, and I think that will allow, because we looked at the cost of the past and what we'd like to do, already expressed for this Labor Day, and 15,000 I think should cover it. How's council feel about that?
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Your eyes are on it. I'm good with it. You know,
Well, I mean, we've got,
good with it.
we've got,
You're the number guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
If
and
you're
then,
good with numbers, we're good.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then of course we can bring it for the next meeting
Sure.
and go ahead and make sure it's all approved.
sure,
Yeah.
true. And we have multiple sources. We've got the Labor Day Fund, we've got Parks and Rec, and we've got the general fund.
What'd you
So-
say we had coming, Ruth?
3,000.
Okay. I just wanted to.
Yes. Because the last time we had a budget for that, but it was still what, pretty decently under. So, so we kind of thinking it would, cover it. We might, take the whole close to the entire budget. But, that way it can cover things for Saturday, or if we even have like an evening event, because, we was even like talking about extending some for like, Thursday or Friday or whatever, council end up deciding, because before pre-COVID, our budget was set somewhere around there and we was, decently under it. Yeah, we had talked about the bands and the DJ and inflatables and. Right, yeah, we did. We talked about that as well. Yeah. So, yeah, we was thinking, 15 will probably
They
still
got
cover
this,
it.
Barry.
Yeah, we're not going to forget our marching bands and
Has anyone spoke with the carnival about what days I know they're coming Friday, but are they gonna be open Friday evening? Figures.
Yeah, and if they don't, that don't mean that we can't schedule something else.
I was gonna say, cause,
Okay.
I was say, cause usually they do open from 6 to 10 for family fun night or whatever.
But yeah, since it's our 100th birthday, and everybody's been so cooped up since COVID, we was talking about maybe extending, and of course, at the last meeting, when I could not get the live stream going, Karen was running it off Facebook and was getting all kinds of hearts and stuff, and I've had citizens for the last year asking us to extend it for this year, Yeah, so, but yeah, during the week, with people working and stuff, probably it'd be ideal to have a certain event, one event or something in the evening. Whether it be,
Liars contest.
yeah, there could be that, and,
Is that chicken poop game?
yeah, so,
Yeah.
of course, we can always do the chili cook-off or whatever,
No,
so.
we're gonna do that.
We're doing that in October.
Francis. Chicken poop game.
Is that a couch?
Chicken poop game. Yeah.
What is it?
25.
Nonprofit, but we did have some different costs associated with those food trucks that y'all, they have discussed in years past, clean up a different fee. They make an estimate amount.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sure.
They're there for days, say we let them set up longer than 1 day. So they were gonna talk about increasing that. When they set up fairs and festivals, they charge them $100.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Looking into that fee being different, big food festivals.
For the for-profit.
I think it's a good idea. Okay.
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 Cool.
Did we not approve deposit for half of the Zambelli? I mean, we usually do in the
thought we did.
spring. Oh,
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did last meeting.
okay.
Yeah. I need to, I'll bring it to you tomorrow. That contract you need to sign. Ruth has the state fire marshal permit. That's pretty much done. You already got it out? There you go. And I'll bring you the contract. You just have to sign.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And basically you can pay it, because it was set up that way years ago. You can pay half and then, or you can just pay it all at once.
Yeah.
It's however we want to do it.
Well, we may pay half because we do have a lot of events that,
Yeah. I think the deadline to pay half is like right before Labor Day.
Okay.
So we got time.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
That sounds good.
Speaking of Labor Day, like I said, I'll bring you that tomorrow. And I know at the last recreation meeting there was talk of the Man and Woman of the Year in the forums and things like that for people to submit. Had a thought as well, well, the mayor did, and we kind of ran it by, see what I thought with we have a Man and Woman of the Year award and also some sort of service appreciation award through someone in the town. There's a lot of people in town that have either passed away, that they've moved away, that have done a lot of good for the town of Marmet. And not only to highlight somebody from that year, but maybe somebody from years ago, or somebody that's put a lot of time into the town in a specific area of work, I think would be a nice gesture as well to highlight people like that. But that's a thought, for Labor Day, if we want to go down that route as well. Something different, something new. Like I said, to highlight people from either the present that have done a lot of work or from the past, Sure. I mean, it's great. It's a good look for the town.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and that's something we can dive into. I know the rec committee can dive into and everything. And just want to bring that up. And speaking of fireworks, like I said, we have the 5,500 approved. I believe it's for 650 shots. The fire chief will also be donating $2,000 worth of fireworks to the show this year. Since it's the birthday and everything, it's a big show. So that will be another 200 some shots that will go into the body of the show. So we should have a longer show, close to maybe 25, 30 minutes this year for the town.
Wow.
So,
Good.
yeah. That's in motion.
Cool, sounds good.
That's all I have.
Sounds good. Okay.
That's pretty awesome.
Monday night.
Monday night.
Labor Day night. Yep, that's Labor Day night.
Sounds great, yeah. I've got to call into WVU Sports Information. Hopefully they'll call me back. I know they're a little bit busy now, but hopefully they'll call back, and checking on to see if we can broadcast the game Saturday at the rec center. You know, that's the opening game, WVU, and I think that would be great if we could
If y'all need
broadcast
me,
it
I'll be able to direct you.
in there and couple that with some type of, you know, refreshment. I think you can make quite a bit of money that day, on refreshments even. But anyway, I think it's okay as long as you don't charge for admission. But I'm gonna clarify that with WVU and see if it's acceptable. But
Cool.
you know, apart from that, I know we have tons of great ideas. Look forward to hearing.
Yeah,
Hearing from
maybe you could
Parks
do
and Rec.
officially a tailgate party.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, we do something different. You know,
Well,
be
and,
well received.
yeah, and if you can do something like that, I mean, even, it won't be minimal cost to nobody, but, you know, everybody maybe can just make something they would like to share.
Yeah. Sounds
Whether
good.
it be desserts, dips, whatever.
Right. Any other good welfare of council? Or?
Not necessarily.
With
The,
the-
she was asking if you had to have cable. You can watch a lot of TV without cable anymore.
Yeah.
I haven't had I haven't had cable in years.
Good and welfare of the public. Any public comment? Oh, okay. 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 Well, hearing that.
I'll see if there's anything on Facebook.
Okay.
Couple of weeks ago, the council passed the for the ball field.
Yeah, there's things that are already been ordered. Yeah.
I've got paperwork on here.
For the batting cage.
The batting cages, yeah. Yeah.
That's what
The-
it's for.
There was the batting cages from Amazon, and then I don't know, had Nick sent you the thing from that website about the bases? Okay, and then I'm just finalizing, I'm wanting to make sure, there was a 6 by 50 foot fence. I wanna make sure it's the right thing, but I'm getting ready to, all the little, bits and pieces, like, fencing clamps and all that kinda stuff, I'm getting ready to order it. And then Nick said he would need the dirt and the turf, like, at the end of the project, so after all of that is completed, then we'll go back and get the dirt and then the, turf stuff from the,
We need to look and see what we want to do. Sure, absolutely. There's Jason.
right, yeah, that was on the quote. So that's what we approved, was the stuff from Green Seed. But yeah, some of it is already ordered, and then that final bit, you know, from the Lowe's and the Home Depot, which Home Depot raised some of the prices, so some of the stuff, you know, it's gonna end up being cheaper from getting it from Lowe's. But I'm just verifying with him that 6 by 50 foot fencing that he's needing. I want to make sure it's the right thing, because I don't want you guys to get down to Lowe's and it not be the right thing. So we've been kind of going back and forth just to make sure I've got the right parts. And I've already called both places, and I'm going to just email the order. Then they're going to send back and give the quote. Then I'm going to let Ruth know what it is, so that way if you need, you know, extra placed on your P card or whatever. And the only thing that you guys will have to go is to the pro desk and pick it up. It'll all be ready for you. Just one stop shop, you know, just go in and give your P card and you're happily on your way. Yeah. And so when I do send out that email and stuff, I'm gonna make sure Ruth and Mayor is on it, so that way, you know, everything is, you know, all up front. So, but other than that, the turf and the dirt, he said he'll need later after the rest of it's completed. Yeah, but yeah, we've been working on it.
Any other public comment?
Huh? That's right.
Normally doing those, being, if it's a ton of stuff, we do it extra big. But if it's just stuff like on the TV.
It's a 13-inch TV.
You're fine, but, well, I know, but I'm telling her this on YouTube, and I say set it out there, and that next thing you know, we got 4,000 TVs.
Right, right.
Right.
That's what I just wanna stress that.
It's just the one TV.
I was gonna make a joke, but that's what we can set a refrigerator
The county has scheduled their cleanup too, for October, I think 22nd, but they accept TVs and electronics at that time as well. So, it'd be a good time to, you know, yeah. Yeah. 10 tires per person, I mean, that's a pretty good deal to get rid of.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I've been working with the rate. Hopefully by the end of next week, we'll have 0 tires in this city and on the lawn.
That'd be great, Any other, public comment? Okay, hearing none, do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion.
Oh,
I
sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chief.
we got you.
We could hold, we could go into executive session here, give me 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay.
That's fine.
Close out and then
Sure.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Okay.
Do I have a motion to go into executive session to
I
review?
will also make that motion.
Okay. Do I have a second?
A second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second to go into executive session. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. I appreciate everyone for coming, and you don't have to stay, but we're gonna go into a session to review the background check on our 2 potential employees.
Somebody need to go unlock it, and somebody comes back and locks up. And
More than likely, you can double check with Scott, because it's not an actual
Is
vote,
it
but
Debbie?
Debbie?
recommend, just see what he says.
You second? Who's
thought,
second?
what's
It's Woody.
Wanna turn that off?
You want to pay attention?
No,
See, there you go.
I got it.
Yes, ma'am.
I know you made the motion.
No, you need help getting out? You good?